I'm a textile designer, and I have my own brand of interior products and some fashion accessories as well. I've done a BA in fine art at Goldsmiths, and then I went on, which at that time I specialized in textiles, so I use the textiles as my medium in art. And then I went on to the Royal College of Art to do my MA in textiles, and that's when I really developed a interest in knitting and the knitting technology. And after I graduated, I really want to start my own thing. Basically, all these are the samples that I developed this year, and not all of them I'm continuing. But as you can see, it's very much about textures and different stitches of lace, cables and inlay. I'm very into inlay because inlay is a technique which mimics the look of woven fabrics. It's very funny that a lot of the times that people come to my stand and say to me, "Oh, I love your woven collections," and it's actually all knitted, or almost everything is knitted. Because my interest has always been pushing textures and experimenting with different materials. I always stick with very basic colors, the monochrome, the black, white, grays, navy, with a bit of blue here, a bit of red there, which I think also reflects a lot in luxury interior as well, where people are looking forward to come home to a very calm environment. This one is my favorite at the moment, so it's a reinterpretations of what I've done last year on a different machine with thicker yarns on a thicker gauge, and this is the same pattern. I'm doing something similar, but with one end of each color rather than two. I don't have generally like a linear kind of way of this is where I get my ideas and how they progress. I kind of have inspiration here and there, and then I go on the machines, I start experimenting with materials and different techniques, and then it kind of evolves kind of through the making. Because a lot of the pieces I've done last year are all very winter wool and everything, so it's also quite heavy. So I wanted to do something lighter this year for the spring and summer. So I'm developing lace. Kind of starting out, you're not big enough. Sourcing everything is expensive, and you still want to be creative. You still want to produce something that's you and different and from everything else on the market. But then a lot of times you realize, like, this technique, it looks great, it's amazing, but the amount of material it uses, I can't sell it, and the time it takes to make it, I also can't afford it. I really want to own my own machinery one day, maybe offering it as a service to people in the industry. So it will be local, and it will be hopefully made to demand. There's a lot of talk these days about a customer comes into the store with a knitting machine here. We knit to your measurement and your color and your choice, that sort of things. And it's really interesting. It's an interesting way of selling your product.